I remember the exact moment I realized I wasn't living, not dying either, just existing. It was 2:47 a.m. I was sitting in the glow of my laptop, a half-empty energy drink sweating on the desk, scrolling mindlessly through social media. My to-do list was untouched, my dreams buried under years of procrastination, and my brain felt like static. I don't even remember what post I was looking at when it hit me, but suddenly the question popped in my head. Is this really all my life is going to be? The scary part? I didn't have an answer. For years, I thought growth was something automatic, that one day, magically, I'd become the person I wanted to be, disciplined, successful, happy. Instead, I was 26, broke, exhausted, and chained to habits that slowly killed my confidence. Every morning was the same. Alarm at 7, snooze until 8:30, rush to work, late again, fake productivity until 5, then drag myself home, order takeout, binge Netflix, scroll until 2 a.m., and repeat. A life on loop. I used to tell myself I was just waiting for the right time to change. But the truth, I was scared. Scared of failing, scared of trying, scared of what people would think if I actually went all in. The breaking point came on a random Tuesday. My boss pulled me into her office and said, "You have so much potential, but honestly, you're wasting it." I smiled, nodded, pretended it didn't sting. But when I got home that night, I looked in the mirror and couldn't escape the truth. She was right. That was the moment I snapped. Not in a dramatic, throw your life away kind of way, but in a quiet way, the kind where you whisper to yourself, "This can't be it. I'm done living like this." The next morning, I did something I hadn't done in years. I made my bed. Just that. No grand life overhaul. No vision board. No 5 a.m. ice bath. Just a small rebellion against chaos. And that tiny act snowballed. I started writing down 3 things I needed to do each day, and actually doing them. I put my phone in another room at night. I swapped the energy drinks for water, the takeout for cooking simple meals. I started walking outside after work instead of collapsing on the couch. It wasn't glamorous. In fact, it was boring, but boring was exactly what I needed. The craziest part? Growth didn't feel like fireworks. It felt like silence, like the static in my head slowly clearing. 2 months in, I woke up before my alarm for the first time in years. I didn't need caffeine to survive the day. I didn't feel embarrassed opening my laptop at work. And when my boss called me into her office again, it wasn't to warn me, it was to thank me. But here's the secret. I wish someone told me earlier. Personal growth isn't about motivation. It's about momentum. I always thought I needed to wait until I felt ready, but readiness never came. What came was discipline, stacked day after day, until momentum carried me forward even when I didn't feel like it. And the best part? For the first time, I wasn't chasing some imaginary perfect version of myself. I was actually living. Now, when I look back at that night at 2:47 a.m., I realize it wasn't just a low point. It was a turning point. The moment I stopped living on autopilot and started taking control, even if it was just one small habit at a time. And if you're hearing this right now, stuck in the same cycle I was, let this be your moment. Because growth doesn't happen someday. It happens today, in the small choices you make when no one's watching. So ask yourself, what's the first tiny rebellion you can make against the chaos? Make your bed, drink a glass of water, write down one thing you'll actually do today. Start there, and one day you'll look back, like I did, and realize you weren't just existing anymore. You were finally living. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you next time.